Cool. I am prepared. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Rock Camp. This is Kat, they, them. I'm so hyped to hang with you guys today and run over some of the stuff that we've been doing in drum class. So by now you guys have kind of learned two different beats. You've learned your eighth note beat and you've learned your disco beat. So we're going to review those just really quick out the gate. Disco beat is the boots and cats beat, which I always remember because you start with your boots, which is your foot on the floor, and is going to be your hi-hat, and then the cat is going to be the snare that's just chilling in your lap. So when you do it all together, it's the boots and cats and boots and cats and. So that's our disco beat right there, and that's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So make sure you get those drilled up so that we can get on that next part too. So the other beat you've learned by now is the 8-note measure, and that's the one where you're just keeping that 8th note up here on that hi-hat. So we're going to do a little bit of that as well. And that one sounds like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So both of those beats take place on that 4-note rhythm. So what I'm going to teach you guys today is how to really listen to the music that you're hearing, whether that's songs you're listening to on the radio, songs that your band is starting to put together, or anything like that. Just kind of a basic way for you to start listening and hearing where those beats can fall in and what beats they're using. Something else I want to remind you guys is, like, if one beat is easier than the other, some people find the disco beat really easy, some people find that 8th note beat really easy. Whichever one you find easier, any of those can be put in almost any song that you hear on the radio. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well. So we're going to cue up the first track. This is Don't Start by Dua Lipa. This one I'm going to have you guys listen, and then we'll talk a little bit about what we're hearing and what the rhythm is. So cue that track. We got DJ Rexine in the house. So give it a good listen. See if you can find that downbeat. You guys hear it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop flicking so you can listen to what's going on. See that boots and cats? Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. So here, we'll pause and start that over really quick. So what we're hearing in there is we're hearing that boots and cats end. So as you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, you're really hearing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is a song that very much is holding true to that really good, really strong disco beat. So as you start to hear that, start to think about what your drum hands are going to be doing up in here. So we're going to just actually take that track from the beginning, and we're going to see if we can't play that disco beat along with it now that we figured out that that's what's going on in that song. So we'll take it from the top, and this time we'll play along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So sometimes in your songs, you can just choose not to play your drums, and as you can hear, it sounds good. So don't be afraid to experiment with where you are and aren't playing. But here's where it gets clever. Can you count yourself in? 1, 2, 3, 4. on the second part, as I'm coming back from hitting that snare drum, I'm opening the hi-hat. So if this song is easy for you, I want you to open that hi-hat on the second and see how that sounds. Something like this. And there you have it, you guys did it! Yay! Hey everybody, so you did really great with that disco beat. So we're gonna try something that's a little bit similar. I really want you guys to listen. So this beat is gonna be a lot like the disco beat. It's got the same bones, so the same basic structure. So we're gonna take a listen to it and see if you can hear what's a little bit different about this song. This is Noises by Pale Waves. Take it away, DJ.
My mind makes noise.
So listen for that beat.
Too much.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get drums. Listen for that disco beat, but see what's different. Can you hear the disco beat? Here, we'll give that a stop real quick. So what are we hearing that's a little bit different with this? If you're listening, you can still hear that disco beat, that same boots and cats and boots and cats. But this is a little different because what you're hearing is an extra eighth note in that hi-hat. So you're hearing 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So what you're doing is your hand is doing two little hits right there. So this is a new little beat that you can try at your home, see if you can get it. If you can't, if it's really hard right now, keep giving it a try. But if it's too hard this first time, go ahead and just keep that disco beat and see if you can get that really strong. Once you get that disco beat really strong, you'll be ready to try new stuff like this little eighth note addition we're doing. So we're gonna try this one from the top and see if you can't get that beat and really feel this rhythm that's really underlined by that disco beat. So we'll start the song up again. You ready?
My mind makes
So remember, listen first. So it's boots and cats and boots and cats. And if you're playing it the advanced way in this song, it's gonna be boots and a cats and a boots and a cat. Here we go. So you can technical difficulties, keep that beat. We're gonna go back to that double beat, okay? Here we go. great song to really practice getting those little faster notes up there. So something you notice as I'm playing that song is how loose my grip really is on this stick. Something that I feel like a lot of us do when we're starting out as drummers is we do really big motions with our arms, and that'll tire you out really quick. But if you keep doing if you're trying to do like your full arm, you see how big that motion was? That's gonna wear you out. So when I'm playing it, notice like my arm barely moves, and what you're really seeing, and I'll hold my hand up so you can see me, remember, hold your drumsticks between your index and your thumb, and you're gonna wanna give it some space. These fingers are gonna help you spring that stick back when you hit it. So it's like a little, and you can feel it almost hit your pinky finger when you're doing that. But all you're gonna see, watch how tiny this movement is. So all you're doing is letting that stick bounce back and help you hit it that second time fast enough. So remember, whenever you're drumming, if you find yourself feeling really tired in your arms, just be aware, how close are you letting your arms sit to your body? How much are you allowing yourself to make smaller movements? That's gonna help you really in the long run as you learn how to really hone your drum skills and really learn how to play fast. Rather than doing big, powerful motions, keep it nice and tight, keep it soft and relaxed, and just let yourself get the help from the drum kit. If you're playing your drums right, your drums are gonna help you play the drums. So keep that in mind.
Action.
Thanks, June. So we've tried two songs that really work on that disco beat. So I figured we'd take this last little song bit to really work on that 8th note beat. Now, something that's gonna happen in this song, and we're gonna take a longer time listening to this the first time around, is we're gonna change from two things. So as your bands are kind of putting their songs together and really getting a feel for what the song's gonna sound like, remember that as a drummer, you can really help control like whether the song is in verses or choruses and what that differentiation sounds like. Now, if you look at the other two songs we listened to first, you don't have to do that. Both the Dua Lipa song and the Pale Waves song, both of those beats did not change. So if you like the way that that sounds, by all means, keep it that way. Remember, drumming is whatever you want it to be and whatever your band wants it to be too. You guys are gonna work collectively and it's gonna be amazing. So basically what's happening here is we're gonna listen to the song and you're gonna hear how it's different in the chorus and the verses. It's always gonna be that 8th note beat. And again, that 8th note beat is the one where we're keeping that 8th note here, but we're hitting the bass and the snare on the other beats. So it's gonna be 1, both together, and 2, and 3, and nope, I messed it up. Even your drum instructors mess up, so don't be hard on yourself. But 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this song will take it just a squidge faster than that, but see if you can listen to see what they're doing differently between the verse and the chorus. This is Trying by Bully. Hear that beat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Get up, invisible handcuffs locked on me. I'm praying for my period all week and believe that I just
So it's still that 8th note beat, even though you're not hearing that high note. What is she playing?
question everything.
It's the floor tom.
Focus my figure, my
You can keep that 8th note beat on whenever you want her to. But for this song, it's that tom.
Can't keep it together. I've been better. I've been thinking about it. I'm trying.
Here we go, listen, how's it gonna change? She moves so simple for this part. But it's still that 8th note. So here, we're gonna take a pause on that really quick. So did you hear what she did? So the same way that we've been teaching you to keep that beat on the hi-hat, you can put that anywhere on your drum kit. You can put that on your floor tom. You can put that on your crash cymbal if you're playing something punky and really loud. If you listen to this song, that's exactly what they're doing. But if I do that in this tiny room, none of you will be able to hear me on the video. So we're keeping it a little more chill and just playing on that ride. But any of these options is an option for this hand. It's one of the reasons we have you play those with your dominant hand. That way it can move wherever it needs to. Meanwhile, this hand is just going to keep hanging out by your snare. So if you're right-handed, you'll have your right hand to move around. And if you're left-handed, we'll have reversed this whole setup and you'll have your left hand to move around. So, that being said, see if you can follow along, kind of see where she's playing on the drum kit, and see if you can't play along with her. So we're going to start this from the top one more time. Enjoy. Have a lot of fun with it. There are no wrong answers. Hear that? So if you want to play the drums, play the floor tom first. Remember, find that 1, 2, 3, 4 beat in any song, and then just remember where your song falls in terms of those beats. Remember, you can put a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and anywhere that you're putting a 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All of those will fit in the same box. So just listen to your music, see what the drummer's doing, and then remember what you've already learned how to do. How can you make it sound different? How can you find the way to pick out ways that other drummers are playing and learn from them? because anything you learn from another drummer, you can put somewhere else in a different song. So get out there, listen to music, play along with all your favorite songs today. See if you can figure out where the beats fall. Bye everybody, thanks for joining me for drum class. Yay, Rock Camp!